Hey everyone, Garrett from Naked and Famous Denim here. Today we're going to be looking at the Stretch Selvedge and how it goes from this to this. So the Naked and Famous Denim Stretch Selvedge is one of the longest running fabrics that we've had. We've had it for over a decade as part of our core collection. So that means we're constantly restocking this. It's not going to go out of stock anytime. And you know, it's been one of our more popular fabrics as it has, you know, it's kind of we call it the gateway drug, or that's what Brandon likes to say, because there's basically no break-in time. You get into a pair of these, they're easy to wear, and you know, you wear them, and then by the time they look like this, you're going to be addicted to the raw denim lifestyle. A few other cool things about these jeans is they were featured in a James Bond movie, so that definitely brought a lot of attention to them. But overall, they're just a great pair to try raw denim out, or if you're just looking for an everyday stretch pair, it's a great option. So let's get into the fade review on this pair. So we're going to start from the front here at the top. And right away, you can feel the stretch in the weft, that side-to-side stretch that is kind of rare and you don't see very often in raw denim. It's actually not an easy thing to do. There's only really one mill that does it well because due to the nature of the stretch yarns and the shuttle, the way it has to be loaded and the way it travels across the loom, it's not an easy task to do. But you know, we've had this for a long time, and because of that, it's gotten very popular. We've sold a lot of these over the years. So starting from the top, you can see a little bit of brassing, a little bit of rubbing on that edge of the button. The button does tend to tilt a little bit to the side, and then you'll get a little bit of wear and tear on this side, but not as much on this side, so you can kind of see the difference there. Moving over to the coin pocket, a little bit of fading from putting the hand in the pocket, and a little bit of brassing as well on that rivet. Moving over to the other side here, a slight abrasion on the top of that pocket where you can see that white weft yarn starting to poke through right there. And just in the pocket here, we can see it looks like he was keeping his phone in his left pocket. There'll always be, you know, kind of down at the corner, the first area to break would be that corner of the phone or wallet where the abrasion is going to happen the most. And you can see that outline here. Zooming out, you can see the whiskers, of course, a pretty, I'd say medium contrast, not super high contrast, but also not, you know, low contrast vintage fade. And then it looks like there was a kind of a small outline of something else. Oh, no, that's the bottom of the pocket bag here. So you can actually see the outline of the pocket bag. And, oh, I think if you look closely here, he might have been carrying a coin in this pocket because there's a slight little circle showing there. And also on the outside, on the outseam there, you can see also the weft poking through here and some kind of cool little raised areas that have faded on the outseam there. Overall, a nice lap. And also, interestingly, there's a lot of fading going on here on the left side of the fly, but not as much here. I wonder what caused that. I'm not sure. If you have an idea, let us know down in the comments. Let's just check here. All the buttons are still there. All the buttonholes still nicely intact. I have a note here. I don't want to give away this guy's name, but it was sent in from Hussein from Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. Very cool. A little bit of wear down here on the fly area below the J stitch. And moving down, we got quite a bit of repairs going on in the crotch area here. So a little bit of zigzag stitching here, there. My guess is this was repaired in Montreal. This looks like the work of a sewer that I know personally. Okay, moving down to the knees and the lap area, or the lower thigh, we got some general fading here and a few of the kind of knee whiskers going on there. Moving down to the legs, not a whole lot going on here. You can definitely see that the fabric has been washed a decent amount of times. It's really plumped up, it's very soft, got that nice stretch here, and you can see that light streakiness that, you know, is you see more with, I'd say, classic Selvedge denim, as this kind of vertical streaks that go the whole distance of the jean. Going down to the bottom here, we can see a very light stacking fade here, and then another one on this side. And then you can also see here some damage where they have been cuffed, and it was probably rubbing on the outside of a shoe or boot there. Let's cuff them and see what we can see on the inside here. So on the front, nothing too crazy to show. The chain stitch is still completely intact, and a little bit of fading on the bottom of the Selvedge ID there as well on the other side too. All right, let's flip it around to the back. And looking at the patch is in perfect shape, very soft, very supple. It's a pass-through leather patch. The stitching is completely intact, which is really nice to see, because often with these pass-through leather patches, it might start to come undone on the sides there. Belt loops are all fully on still, a little bit of fading on the belt loops, quite a bit of fading on the center seam of the bottom of the yoke here. Moving down to the pockets, both in great condition, no rips or tears, just a general light fading of the seat area. And then down below, we can see a lot of repairs, a lot of work done to the crotch here. Moving down even more, we can see, again, this is more of a vintage fade on the combs, on the honeycombs here, which is behind the knee on both sides. But you can definitely see that there is some honeycomb fading here and darker areas in below, but nothing too high contrast. This shows you that they probably wore their jeans not a whole lot before washing them, and washed them fairly frequently. Coming down to the bottom here, we can see a little bit of wear on a little bit of fading on the inseam. This is probably to do with the way the jeans were stacking and then kind of rubbing on each other as you walked. And then finally, we can see actually here on the back side of the cuff, quite a bit of repair work done. So some heel bite going on there, and if we fold down that cuff, you can see that repair. It seems like this person probably wore them cuffed all the time, because they preferred to prioritize the look of having it cuffed like this than like this. I'd say most people would probably put the patch on the inside so that when you view it from the outside, you won't see that. But it looks like this person, they were more interested in cuffing them and maintaining the cosmetic appearance from the cuffed side, so they decided to put that extra fabric onto the outside. And if I had to guess, this looks like some type of kasuri fabric. I don't know exactly, but it looks, yeah, it's a very streaky kind of kasuri-esque fabric that has been used for the repair. So let's do a quick side by side. I'll flip them over here. So that's the faded pair. Unknown amount of washes. If I had to guess, I would say maybe a year on these, maybe a little bit less. They definitely could be more faded. These I'd say are about 50% of the way to complete fadedness. And then we have a pair, a brand new pair, just for comparison. You can see that it starts as like a much darker blue, almost grayish tone. And then once you wear them, once you fade them, once you wash them, that blue color really becomes a lot more saturated. They lighten up, and even the darker areas, if we look at an area here that's not as faded, you can just see how much more blue it becomes, and how the fabric just really becomes alive. So again, there's the Stretch Selvedge. Whether you're just getting into raw denim or you just need kind of a regular everyday driver in terms of your jeans, I want to thank you for tuning in, sticking around to the very end. And like I said at the beginning of the video, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more great denim content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.